Every September, the world turns its eyes toward Apple. Their annual iPhone event has become more than just a product launch, it's a cultural moment. Millions of people tune in live, thousands of articles are written, and social media explodes with speculation. In 2025, the iPhone 17 series is expected to take center stage. And this time, the anticipation feels bigger than usual. Apple seems ready to introduce some of its boldest moves in years. But as with any major leap, excitement comes with questions. Should you rush to buy the iPhone 17, or should you wait and see what happens next? If Apple follows its well-known timeline, the iPhone 17 will be revealed on September 9 or 10, 2025. Pre-orders will likely go live on the 12th, with deliveries beginning on September 19. The dates are predictable, but the devices themselves may not be. The iPhone 17 family isn't just about small improvements, it could represent a turning point, with design changes and new technologies that push Apple into new territory. And with that comes both promise and compromise. One of the most talked about additions is the rumored iPhone 17 Air. This model is said to replace the Plus version and introduce an ultra-thin design. At only 5.5 mm thick, it could be Apple's slimmest phone yet. On paper, this sounds futuristic. A phone that light and thin would feel like something out of science fiction. But history has shown us that thinner devices often sacrifice practicality. Smaller batteries, weaker cooling systems, and fragility could all become concerns. The Air may look amazing, but buyers should ask, will it hold up over time? The Air is also rumored to carry a 6.6-inch OLED display and an aluminum frame. Aluminum is lighter than titanium, but it doesn't have the same durability. This shift might make the phone more comfortable to hold, but it could feel less premium compared to the Titanium Pro models from past years. Add to that a larger camera bump, which could cause wobbling on flat tables, and the design might not please everyone. Across the entire iPhone 17 family, Apple seems to be returning to aluminum builds. This is surprising because titanium was one of the highlights of the iPhone 15 Pro lineup. People loved its strength and luxury feel. Going back to aluminum feels like Apple is prioritizing weight reduction and production efficiency over that premium impression. Whether users will accept this trade-off is yet to be seen. Cameras are also changing in dramatic ways. Instead of the classic square module, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are rumored to feature a horizontal camera bar across the back. It's a bold move that makes the phone instantly recognizable. But this design could affect balance, especially when recording videos in landscape mode. Phone cases will also need to be completely reimagined. Some users will love the fresh look, while others may find it awkward compared to the familiar design language Apple has used for years. The displays are getting bigger too. The base iPhone May 17 grow to 6.27 inches, signaling the end of smaller iPhones once and for all. Larger screens are great for gaming, streaming, and productivity, but not everyone enjoys carrying a big phone in their pocket. Apple appears to be fully committed to bigger devices, even if it disappoints fans who still hope for a truly compact flagship. A big win for many people would be the expansion of promotion across the lineup. Rumors suggest that all iPhone 17 models could finally get 120 Hz refresh rates. But there's a twist. Non-Pro models may use fixed 120 Hz displays instead of adaptive ones. This means smoother scrolling and animations, but also potential hits to battery life. It seems Apple could still be holding back the best display tech for the Pro models as a way to push upgrades. On the connectivity side, the Pro series may debut with Wi-Fi 7 support. This promises ultra-fast speeds and reduced latency. But in reality, most users don't yet own Wi-Fi 7 routers. So while this sounds futuristic, it won't make a noticeable difference for most people right now. It's more about future-proofing than immediate benefit. Cameras have always been Apple's biggest selling point, and the iPhone 17 is no exception. Leaks point to a 48MP periscope telephoto lens built to work with the Apple Vision Pro headset. This could create stunning spatial photos and videos. But here's the catch, it's a niche feature. Unless you're heavily invested in APPL's mixed reality ecosystem, you may not see the benefit. Similarly, the rumored 8x optical zoom could sound amazing but requires bulky internal mechanics. This explains the growing camera bump and raises concerns about durability and balance. Video capture might also leap forward with 8K recording. On paper, this matches rivals like Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra. But here again, real-world usefulness is debatable. Very few people own 8K displays. Even fewer need to shoot in 8K, since file sizes are enormous and storage fills up quickly. For most users, 4K is already plenty. Selfies may improve too, thanks to a 24MP front-facing camera. Higher resolution could mean sharper shots, but Apple's real strength lies in its image processing. Without top-notch software optimization, more megapixels don't always translate into better photos. The dynamic island could also shrink, thanks to new MetaLens Face ID technology. This would give the display a cleaner look, but not necessarily change functionality. Apple may also introduce a stronger anti-reflective coating for the display, possibly even tougher than ceramic shield. If true, it would reduce glare and scratches, but reports suggest it might not be ready for mass production this year. Performance will be driven by the A19 Bionic and A19 Pro chips, built on a refined 3nm process. Expect efficiency gains and modest speed boosts, but not a revolution compared to the A18. Apple may also bump RAM to 12GB in Pro models. This will help power AI-driven features and improve multitasking. Still, iOS is famously efficient, so most users may not notice a huge difference in daily use. Cooling may finally get attention with vapor chamber technology. This has been common in Android devices for years, and it helps keep temperatures lower during gaming and heavy workloads. For iPhones, this would be a welcome step forward, but again, it feels more like Apple catching up than leading. Battery life could improve slightly. The Pro Max might get a thicker frame to house a larger cell. More endurance is always welcome, but early leaks suggest gains won't be dramatic. Charging is also rumored to improve with Qi 2 support, theoretically enabling speeds up to 50W. However, Apple has a history of capping real-world charging speeds, so expectations should be realistic. Reverse wireless charging could also appear, letting users charge AirPods or an Apple Watch directly from the phone. While convenient, it may be slower than Android equivalents. Storage is another key change. Pro models could start at 256GB, eliminating the 128GB option. While that sounds generous, it almost certainly raises the entry price. Combined with design shifts and camera upgrades, the iPhone 17 Pro Max may cost significantly more than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. But beyond specs and features, there's an important factor every buyer should think about: first-generation risks. Whenever Apple introduces bold redesigns, the first version often comes with hidden problems. Battery drain, durability issues, or unexpected bugs can appear. For cautious buyers, waiting for the iPhone 18, when Apple has had time to refine these changes, could be the smarter choice. In summary, the iPhone 17 family is one of Apple's most ambitious leaps in years. Bigger displays, thinner builds, horizontal camera bars, ProMotion expansion, Wi-Fi 7, periscope lenses, 8K video, improved selfies, smaller dynamic islands, new chips, and faster charging. It all sounds impressive. But alongside these upgrades come compromises. Thinner frames may mean weaker durability, larger camera bumps may reduce comfort, new storage tiers may push prices higher, and features like Wi-Fi 7 or 8K may not matter for most people yet. For those with older iPhones, upgrading will feel like a big leap forward. But for iPhone 15 or 16 owners, patience may be wise. Apple's history shows that its second-generation refinements are often better balanced. The iPhone 17 is shaping up to be daring and powerful, but daring sometimes means risky.